WitY Life Questions. Too spooky. This is... Shut the fuck up.
They told me that the last question was the last question. But it wouldn't be too spooky if the final chapter was never the final chapter.
Let's do this. I'm not gonna shake the hat. I'm just gonna pull it out.
So here's another question for you.
How do you
Celebrate
the greatest holiday of them all?
Halloween.
I go fucking crazy. That's how I celebrate Halloween.
Well, for the past few years, I've been helping one of my buddies out with his haunted house. I've been a monster for the past 4 years.
Actually, Halloween starts at the beginning of the month for me. I usually do like this big saw-a-thon.
Usually I work on Halloween these days, but no matter what time I get off work, whether it be 11 o'clock or earlier in the day, I will come home, and I don't give a fuck if Halloween's over at midnight. Halloween does not end until I go to sleep, so whether it's technically the first, I don't give a fuck. We play to win around here.
me personally. I empty out my pockets for these little children that I have that want, and take from me. That's how I celebrate.
It doesn't take a whole month to get through everything, but it's nice to start early because the games can get a little tedious. They're cool, but they're not all that great.
I seem to have a good time every year. You know, we have a lot of fun. I love scaring the shit out of little kids and everything. You know, just seeing the fear on their faces when I just like hop out of a corner and just scare the shit out of them.
First off, I spend way too much money on my costume. Luckily, I've got to the point where like I can use pieces from other costumes and like integrate it into my costume.
What I do for Halloween is I come home, I buy some delicious fall treats along the way, and I will sit in my room and I will just have myself a little movie marathon, you know?
Every year, I want to decorate the home. I want to go all out. I want to be the greatest character ever.
I'll start early with the first Saw video game. Usually do like a chapter a day in that. So I'll play a chapter, then just like leave it for the next day, then play the next chapter till I finish the game. Then I might, take just a little bit of break to enjoy some other spooky things.
This year, I'm going as a dark fairy. Now, like, you might think, oh, what the fuck? That's like really stupid. Nah, I'm talking about like Irish go fuck yourself fairies that'll like eat your face.
Nothing makes me more lively than scaring a kid to make him cry.
And I always make sure to put on the greatest film of all time, Return of the Living Dead, at some point in that marathon. Usually I do 5 or 6 movies, and I don't really care if I work early the next day. I'll stay the fuck up and watch them all. Don't care. Don't need sleep. Sleep is for the weak.
And then I'll get into the second Saw game. Same basic idea. Play a chapter a day till I get through that. And then the week before Halloween, because right now it fits evenly within a week. Next year's gonna screw that up. I'll have to start a week and a day. It's just too much. I can't process all that.
This year, I won't be able to do that on this year's Halloween. I unfortunately have to work. Gotta make some money somehow.
But yeah, I celebrate Halloween with like parties, candy, and a lot of alcohol.
I always want to be the Joker. Every Halloween. Doesn't work out that way. You want to know why? Because I have kids.
That's pretty much it. Like, how does anyone else celebrate Halloween? I mean, I can't think of a single other way to celebrate it other than costumes, candy, alcohol, maybe parties.
But I'll start the week before Halloween with the first movie and then every day watch the sequels up until Halloween, which would be the final chapter, which we all know how that goes. Anything that ever claims it's the final chapter is not the final chapter, and Saw is no different in this regard.
So, it's okay. Yeah, but normally, yeah, just, simple chow on snacks, have a movie night, just a nice quiet night in.
I have other things to blow my money on, and I am not happy about that.
Throughout the month of October, I watch more horror movies than I often do during the year. I love watching Halloween movies during this time, the Michael Myers and everything. Halloween 2 is my favorite out of the whole series because just the creepiness factor in that movie is off the charts.
I've never bobbed for an apple. I kind of want to. I don't even know. Is my jaw even big enough to do that?
I do like to do things throughout the season, like haunted houses and stuff like that. I like to go visit those. But as far as my Halloween celebration goes, I'm a very simple, just sit at home and watch some movies, maybe have a friend over if they're available. But usually I'm just by myself eating fall treats in my room. And some might find that depressing, but I love doing that, so I don't really care.
I'm hoping for good things, though. I like all the previous movies. They're a great little series. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the new one goes. Maybe by the time that comes out, we can do a quick little like, was it good? And like, hopefully. But then maybe not, because it's been a little bit.
I could unhinge my jaw like maybe a snake and just like gobble up a bunch of apples.
That's just how I feel. I want to be selfish. I just want to be a little boy again and go trick-or-treating and just feel that Halloween spirit again. I don't feel it anymore, especially when my wallet gets empty.
I actually watched Rosemary's Baby a couple days ago. It was like the second time I've ever watched it. The first time I didn't really grasp the concept of it, but after watching it a couple days ago, I find it to be a really good movie. Rosemary's Baby is a pretty good movie.
That'd be a great Halloween prank. Like you have a Bob for Apples setting, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, someone's choking on the bobbing for apples and like starts to drown and die, but then, you know, they really don't. But like, that'd be a great Halloween prank.
But yeah, that's how I celebrate Halloween. Just kind of one big saw-a-thon, which, you know, stuff dispersed here and there. It's great though. It's fun.
It's very fun for me, and I love horror films, and they're pretty much my life. So why not, you know? It's always a good time, and that is exactly how I think everyone should celebrate Halloween.
For Halloween, I also love candy too. I love the candy. Like I remember when my brother used to be trick-or-treating and I stopped doing it. I would wait until he would come home and bring his candy, like just plop it on the table, and then when he wasn't looking, I would just take like, you know, probably 2 handfuls and just put him, like, you know, take it back to my room and hide it.
But that's how I celebrate Halloween. I just get drunk in a costume, do lots of makeup, and spend way too much money, and eat candy.
Just sit down, grab some snacks, maybe a beer, kick back, watch a horror movie, and just relax. That's the best way to celebrate Halloween.
The holidays kind of should be contained to their month, but the whole month. So, you know, October, you got Halloween, should kind of do stuff all month. And then November is not really a holiday in there. And then, you know, December is Christmas, so you kind of do Christmassy things the whole month. And then that's it, really. There's only 2 holidays. Nothing else really matters. It's a shame that they're all crammed in at the end of the year. Oh well. Halloween.
I want to be selfish. I want to celebrate Halloween. I'm not sure where else to go with that, but that's my real feelings about that, and I'm, you know.
We here at WitY Productions would like to thank you all for watching this video. Please be sure to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right, and if you enjoyed today's video, why don't you go ahead and let us know below how you like to celebrate Halloween. Do you like to dress up and go to a party, stay in, and enjoy a fantastic film, or perhaps chop people into little bits because you're some kind of horrific serial murderer?
Yeah, we won't tell.
That's right, we won't.
Lips are sealed.
Yes. And if that's a bit too much for you, maybe you can just drop a question for us to answer on a future episode. Perhaps one that's not so spooky. Or we have more holidays coming up. Maybe a Christmas-related question, or New Year's, perhaps.
Yeah, who
That's
knows?
right.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching our final WitY Life Questions Tuespükie edition for the year 2016 as well.
Thank you.